early.
It is early.
It's morning.
Yeah, but on the plus side, we're going to a bakery.
That's true.
To get
comfort food.
Delicious things so that you can go right back to sleep.
Yep.
This week, we packed everyone into the truck and headed to do the North Cascade Loop. The Cascade Loop is a 440-mile scenic drive through Washington's Cascade Mountain Range. The drive starts on Highway 2 over Stevens Pass through Leavenworth and Chelan, Washington. It then heads north on Highway 97 to Highway 20 and goes into the North Cascade National Park and Concrete, Washington. To finish the loop on day 3, you would head over to Deception Pass to Whidbey Island. At the end of Whidbey Island, the Mukilteo Clinton Ferry is boarded to get back on the mainland. That marks the end of the North Cascade Loop. After a huge breakfast, we were ready to hike. Continuing on Highway 2, we stopped at Haybrook Lookout Trail. This trail is an all-uphill hike gaining 850 feet over 1.3 miles.
What's happened is there was a glacier in British Columbia, and thousands of years ago it let loose. Then it started to shift south. And in the meantime, as it shifted south, it picked up trees and branches and seeds and rocks and pulled it all the way down, at least to Fort Townsend. And I'm assuming here as well.
Yeah.
So these rocks here, if they did samples of it, it would be non-indigenous to the area, but indigenous to an area in British Columbia.
Where are we at?
Ask your parents.
Oh my gosh, we're so bad at this game. We are at Haybrook Lookout Tower, hiking up. It's a 1 mile hike up, but don't be deceived, it is very straight up. It's getting warmer out here. Yeah, so it's a 900-foot elevation gain over the course of just under a mile, which is pretty steep up.
The reward is completely worth it. After ascending to the top, you're granted with big views on a watchtower. Next along the journey was up and over Stevens Pass towards Wenatchee for a quick stop at the Wenatchee River.
Driving the Cascade Loop, that's right. We'll be out here for a couple of days. Expect to spend the night near Chelan.
Water is a bit chilly, just a little bit.
Not gonna go swimming.
Ice cold water.
Ice cold.
We finished our day with Chelan, Washington, Washington's wine country.
Lake Chelan.
Chelan!
Yep, there
What
it
is-
is. There it is.
What is Lake Chelan?
Lake Chelan is Washington's largest lake.
Yeah?
It's 50 miles long, and they're not real wide, but it's 50 miles long.
Yeah.
So
How deep is it?
very.
Cool.
And it's also Washington's wine country, right?
We're in that area.
No trip to Eastern Washington would be complete without visiting a winery and local brewery. As the sun set, dinner started to come together at the campsite.
And some chicken with appears to be a little pepper and probably a little bit of olive oil.
I only made the salad. You're welcome.
Gail made
I did some dishes. Kale did the chicken. next morning, we drove down to Lake Chelan to put our feet in. Chelan is a popular weekend destination for Seattle's residents due to the mostly dry climate. After a brief stay in the desert region, it was back into the mountains, this time over Highway 20 for even more spectacular views.
Thus far, this is the most beautiful spot I think I've seen in a long, long time. This is a section of Highway 20 that's closed during the wintertime.
We are looking at the finger of Ross Lake.
The finger.
The finger.
Ching! Sorry. I want to go paddling like those people. They're living their best right now. Look at this one. A narrow drive over the Diablo Lake Dam puts you on the scenic shores looking up at the peaks of the North Cascade Range. Visiting one dam was not enough, so we opted for an afternoon hike to the Ross Lake Dam suspension bridge. Due to the unknown terrain and the sun dropping behind the mountains, we decided to forego the suspension bridge and head to the Ross Lake Dam for an overlook.
Gail's back at it again tonight.
Yep.
Grilling round two. What do we got for tonight?
Got some nice looking burgers with Wagyu beef. I think that's where they massage the cow, right? That's the one?
Sounds like it.
That. We'll go with that. Yeah. They look good. They smell good. A lot more oil than I thought.
We spent the night at the Grandy Lake campground outside of Concrete, Washington. The next morning, we ate at the Five Bees Bakery, a dedicated gluten-free facility in Concrete, Washington. While there, the decision was made to forego the Whidbey Island portion of the journey. We had just visited the island and didn't want to have additional ferry costs to get the trailer back to the mainland at Clinton Terminal. The Cascade Loop Highway is an incredible 400-plus mile journey that can be done in just a few days to get a good overlook of the vast Cascade Mountains. What do you... Stop!